Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm LeMarche and we are here today to do another hair transformation on my model, Harry. So if you guys joined me last week, you saw me take my model Dougie from like a sandy kind of blonde to a vibrant ginger, and that is up on the channel, so it's one of these areas. I can link it somewhere, or you can run over to my Instagram at LeMarche, check out the photo and the video attached. So on Harry today, we did a little bit of blonde on Harry, and Harry's kind of come back in and he's like a little bit addicted and wants to go a little bit lighter. It's addictive, isn't it?
Oh, it's so addictive.
It's so addictive. So last time we kind of worked on Harry's blonde, we kind of made him blonder through the fringe and kind of went a little darker and a little softer further back as we went back. But today what we're going to do is we're going to kind of throw back to old school, and we're going to do something that a lot of people are going to be like shunning away from if you did hairdressing in the 80s. We're going back to a streaking cap. And this has kind of seen a bit of a resurgence lately. We've seen a lot of women kind of tend to use this now with a lot of their balayages in terms of creating like baby lights and those kind of things. But what it's going to do for us here, it's going to kind of give us soft dispersion with the color. So it's going to allow us to kind of almost choose the thickness that we pull out of the cap and allow us to kind of have a little bit more softness in where we place the color. Now, give me a second. The couple of reasons that I really want to go into the streaking cap is, firstly, it's going to allow us to pull out a couple of strands at a time, giving us more of a natural sun-kissed feel that's not going to be too blocky, it's not going to be too chunky. We're going to be able to feather it around the sides and the back to allow a really nice graduation of color. But my favorite thing with this is with traditional foiling, especially when we work on shorter hair, it can be really fiddly and time consuming. So sometimes by the time you've popped your last foil in, your first one's already been rinsed, and having hair that's shorter can be a little more stiff to work with. What a streaking cap is going to do that's going to be really great, it's going to allow us to put the color on at one time and take it off at one time, meaning we're not compromising the hair, we're not over processing any part of the hair. Going into this, we're going to give it a really multi-dimensional, beautiful kind of feel. It's going to feel like a really natural, bright blonde. So if you're ready to watch us make Harry blonder, come along and watch what we do. I think you're going to like it. First thing we're doing is I'm applying a little bit of KMS Tame Freeze oil into the hair, and this is just going to take away any kind of excess product and allow there to be a little bit more slick when we come through the cap. It's just going to make it a lot more comfortable. Now, I had this amazing cap that I gave away to somebody, and I really regret doing it because now I had to go buy a brand new one. Now, to make Harry's life a little bit more comfortable, I've pre-punctured some holes in here so it doesn't hurt him too much. But if you're using an existing one, it should be okay. I recommend going in at an angle and it won't hurt so much. So we're going in from the back to the front, and this is going to look really naff for a little bit. So as you guys can see, now we're finished and about to apply the color. And if you kind of have a close look at the strands we pull through, we end up going in with one of the finer needles. The caps usually come with 2 needles. So we went with the finer needle, and what it's allowing us to do is just pull out smaller strands of hair. So looking at the back, we've gone finer and lighter, and then coming through the fringe, I've taken the strands a little heavier and thicker. This is still going to give us that kind of slight beachy kind of tone in the front, moving through a little bit softer at the back. Now, I've pulled through a little bit of my transitions here as well, and this is great because if this comes out a little bit too light, at least it's not going to be as patchy as a foil, but I always have the option of popping in a slight root shadow, and that will kind of blend it all out, but will give us a really nice gradient when we rinse it off. So stand back and watch, and we are going to come back once the color's on and ready to rinse, and let's see how all this turns out. Okay, so we've now rinsed the color and we've applied a root shadow in here. The camera died, so I didn't get a chance to show you guys that. So while that root shadow is in, we're just going to make the roots kind of like a nice sandy, kind of blondish brown, kind of similar to his natural color, a little lighter, just to give us a bit of a blend. Left out that fringe area, and now while that's processing, I'm just going to go through our popper toner on the mid-lengths and ends, just so that this can process all at once, and we can kind of get a nice merge from those roots. Here we're just working with a gloss color in a natural ash, just to kind of balance out those tones. 5 minutes to tone, and I think this is going to look amazing. And we are done. Harry is now a little bit blonder. So, what do you think of your colour, Harry?
Yeah, I love it.
You love it? Feel a bit fresher?
Yeah, super fresh, nice and light.
And how painful was it?
Look, it was a little bit painful, but definitely worth it, and obviously nothing too major.
Like I said, I had just bought a new cap. I had a trusty one that I had for 15 years, and I gave it to someone before I moved to States, and so this was a new cap, so the holes weren't as punctured as I would have liked them to be, but that'll happen in time. So if we kind of have a look at Harry's hair, we've got all these kind of really nice radiant blondes in the front, some really nice kind of bright beachy, kind of neutral ashy tones in the front. When we turn it through the side, it blends through and gives us these kind of natural golden soft tones through the back. And what I love about this was what I said to you guys before, we're getting all this kind of blend through the side. It doesn't have any huge demarcations. To kind of get that kind of blend with foil is just not possible. If we turn the other way, where the part line is, we've been able to scatter a little bit of colour in around there and kind of put some colour on that part line. Previously when I've done this with foil, you end up a little bit patchy, the hair's too short to catch, or if you freehand it, you don't get that lightness that you really want. I put the root shadow in, which you can see that bit of a root shadow coming through the root here, giving us that depth behind it and leaving those front parts really nice and bright. So we are done. Thank you, Harry, for an awesome night. If you guys like this and want more videos like this, like, comment, subscribe, and do all those lovely things underneath the video. Share this with your friends and come back next week. And if you want, feel free to, I'm still new to YouTube, so feel free to kind of let me know down below what you want to see me do, and I'll kind of do some more men's work for you guys. Till then, peace out, enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.